Hello, welcome to Vancouver by Night. I am Sarah, your DM, and I'm so excited. Thanks everybody for being a little bit late while we had a little bit of a delay. Thank you all for being here. I'm super excited to get to tell tonight's story. I'm even more excited that my whole cast and crew is here. Everybody's camera shifted slightly because, that's how we do. That's how we do. I think that may have fixed everybody though. So, you love when the thing is that, no, now I've just messed up everybody's overlay. We're good. We're with it. Hot dog. Hello everybody and welcome to Phandalin by Night. We are here tonight to tell a thrilling tale of a dungeon run. Let me introduce all of my players, starting with the person who we've been missing so much, Sarah. We are so excited to have you back. This is fantastic. Amanda. I also am very happy. They're saying no sound because that sometimes is how it goes. Amanda, say something.
I'm happy that everything's working today.
Hey, and it started working also. We love to see that. Sarah, do you want to give your intro again? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Sarah. It's nice to be here. I'll be playing Graja Rage Rock, the half-orc barbarian. She, her for both of us. And I'm very excited to be back at the table.
We're very excited to have you back. Okay, now this time, Amanda.
I'm Amanda. I play Whimsy, the Tiefling Warlock, and I'm just excited that everything's working now finally.
I, too, am excited about that. Nikki.
Hey everybody, I am Nikki. I will be playing Denny, the Tiefling Bard. Sorry, I'm not in costume. I'm actually visiting Amanda right now, so I'm not at home. So this is what you get.
It's still working. Okay. Steve, I'm stopping now. You can type in. Thank you, please, for typing in the channel commands because that's more than my brain is capable of doing. Farah.
Hello, I am Farah. I am playing Max, the Wizbard, and I am also very excited to be here. And hopefully, we can combat the tech gremlins.
Hopefully, we're gonna definitely try. Sean.
Hey guys, I'm Sean. Play 9, the human Pallock, and we're gonna fight some bats.
Are they bats? Is that what you think they are? That's adorable. That's so sweet that you think that little teeny bats would be something that I would throw at you. Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah. I'm the DM here at Phandalin by Night. And let's get into our story. When last we met our heroes, the group had made the acquaintance of a halfling of halfling merchant siblings, Horace and Eugenie Thistledown. They purchased a few pulls of the mystery box and got some interesting trinkets to enjoy. The party camped overnight in a sustainably harvested cedar grove, and Whimsy had a quick visit with his father. Oberon tasked Whimsy with, a little tiny kill a dragon thing, like when you've got some free time, it's fine. The heroes made their way towards the Forge of Spells and came into the first part of the cavern, finding Tharden, Rockseeker, unfortunately deceased. The wolves stayed to protect the entrance, and the party moved forward. Max used her familiar, a new thing that we've gotten to see, to try and track forward through some of the cavern, and found that there was some unsavory creatures in the dark maze of corridors. The group came across a 30-foot tall cavern with dozens of dead and rusted armored soldiers strewn across the floor. Max went to determine how old the rust was, as a drip of guano alerted the party to something big, leathery, and now descending, which means I need everybody to roll for initiative. We're just jumping right in. People.
Also, I legitimately smoke cleansed these dice before this game. I spent a good like 10 minutes, and the D20 specifically. So I'm expecting good things today.
I
okay?
mean,
So let's
sure.
go.
So I almost rolled a natural 20, and then I didn't. And it was heartbreaking.
Dang.
So you're just saving it for something more important down the line,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's not.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste that on initiative.
Um,
You're busy being concerned about the guano on your shoulder.
exactly.
It's
Exactly.
gross. Do you know how expensive this silk was?
It's gonna stain.
So expensive. The turn initiative order thing is up. So let's pop some initiatives in there. Whimsy, what'd you get?
Whimsy got an 11.
An 11. Solid. 9. Is that your current number? That 2 that's sitting there?
Oh no.
Ew. Ooh. Denny, what did you get?
I also got an 11.
An 11. Sorry, I muted myself and then forgot that my players could still hear me on the Zoom call. Oh no, you guys probably couldn't hear me either. Never mind then.
Nope.
Good times. My daughter just came in to ask me a question, and one mom first always, right? You guys, everybody understands. Everybody knows how this goes. Let's see. If I move that over there, is that better? It might be better. There we go. Okay, and then our droopy boy. What did Droop roll?
Oh, I forgot I was probably rolling for him. That is my
that's
bad.
okay.
Does he have any plus to initiative?
He has a character sheet, so it should. Does he
that's
not have a
right.
character sheet? I thought.
No,
Yeah.
he does.
Okay.
He does. Let me get it here. Oh wow, yeah, he has quite a bit actually. So he got an 11.
Hey, Droop
11
leading
for
the
everyone.
pack. All right. In that case, we'll go Whimsy Denny. Well, Graja, Whimsy
I got a
Denny,
12.
Droop. Yeah. Graja, Whimsy Denny, Droop, Max, 9. And our furry boys here, which I will now add to our layer. A pack of these leather winged. They're bigger than you'd expect, if I'm honest with you. They are. Oh, they're gross looking, is what they are. Let me be a little bit more specific here, which I'm able to do. As soon as I pull my note up around how I was going to describe them, because options, friends. Okay, so these giant, as you look up in horror, Max, this drop of guano has just fallen, and you look up trying to figure out very quickly what's going on. What you see coming at you is the long snout of like a mosquito, but attached to about a 4-foot bat. It's got like a furry mange, like Skeksis from, Sarah knew exactly. That was some nightmares right there. The Skeksis is that from Return to Oz or Dark Crystal? One of those Jim Henson, like
It's Dark Crystal.
Dark Crystal. The Skeksis fur with like the long nose. It's got a long kind of rat-like tail, and its wings, although it looks kind of like a squirrel suit that you would fly, that like Tom Cruise jumps off of giant towers on, like the squirrel suits, but it's full of holes. How this thing is like sustaining flight, you're not totally sure, but that's where we are. And Graja, you are the furthest away from the party, but I'll give Max a 9 because they're right there. One free word. What do you say to alert Graja to what might be here? What do you say the instant that you see these things descending upon you?
Uh-oh.
Shit.
Yeah. When you hear Nine or Sean start to swear, it's always something worth, taking seriously. Graja, you hear this echo, muffled somewhat by the mask, and then further, distorted through the cave. But you've also been, to kind of give you extra little bit of motivation, you're not really super happy that Droop is with you. You've been super overprotective of him this whole experience. You're not eager on this. What does Graja do?
Okay, so upon hearing Nine and Max, I think she just like just yells like before she moves. She's like, "Okay, just wait, I'm coming." And so she is going to. I'm trying to see how far I can get with my regular movement here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I just go through this?
Yeah. Yep. That it's
Okay.
just
Okay. 5.
I think you're moving Denny now, but yes,
Oh,
it's fine.
shit.
It's
Sorry,
fine.
Denny. Oh, 5. Okay, so I can get. Ooh, this is cramped quarters.
So these narrow tunnels are enough for you can elbow Whimsy out of the way. You're the strongest person in the party. You can,
Yeah.
and Whimsy, I don't mean to, stereotype, but Whimsy is a thin little nerd, and you can
Like
just,
a little twink. Yeah.
yeah.
I was about to say,
Tieflings roll
I
twink.
would say twink. Demon twink from hell.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But the
I'm
nicest
going to
collection of feathers
with all love,
for currency.
with all
Yeah.
love, I say this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think with my entire movement, I can get right here, besides 9, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,
Wait.
1, 2,
Oh, maybe not.
3, 4. Oh yeah, with your whole action and movement. Yeah. With your whole action and
'cause
movement,
I
you
have
can get
40.
there. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You
Okay.
could get even a little bit further if you wanted to. And then
I do then.
and
I'll
you
get-
you get
I'll get right up there.
right up in there. And then what
Yes.
bonus actions do you have? Since you've used action for movement, what bonus actions do you have?
Okay, great. So, I mean, once Graja makes her way and sort of pushes Whimsy aside and gets to the front with 9 and Max, as a bonus action, she is going to enter a rage. So
Yeah.
it's easy to call upon. Not
It's
sleeping
right
well,
there.
bad dreams. So it was truly so easy to conjure for her, I think, in this moment. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I toggled that on, and anything else I can do? I don't think so.
All right. I mean, just getting there makes a heck of a difference.
Oh yeah, I don't want Max to be absorbing hits or bites or whatever shenanigans are about to happen. So I'm good with
totally.
that.
And you call on this very bubbling at the surface rage. All right, Whimsy, you're up with Denny on deck.
Can Whimsy see these things now that their attention has been drawn upward?
Yes.
Their preview? All right, then Whimsy just screams and Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. All right, roll. Is that a roll?
That is a roll.
Go for it.
I will. God, I have dice. We're doing slow motion dice.
It's fine.
Systematically forget that I have them every time.
And as you
19 to hit.
19 hits.
And he does have 2 attacks now.
Hey.
So first one. Not great damage, but that's okay. 5 damage. And rolling again.
5 damage.
The suspense.
The first Eldritch Blast leaves your finger. Remind me again, what color is Whimsy's Eldritch Blast?
It is sparkly mauve.
Sparkly mauve. This, otherwise perfectly acceptable, nail polish color comes shooting out of Whimsy's hand, striking one of these Sturges. I imagine splatting a bit like Nickelodeon slime, like really just covering it. And the Sturge makes this like horrible, like sucking sound, like, and then falls down, falling the rest of the way. It appears to be dead. These Whimsy, what you notice, Graja, I don't know necessarily how much arcane you would know about this. Max, you would know this. Denny, you're a little bit away. 9, I'm not sure how much you would know. These things don't appear to have a lot of hit points. So the 5 damage that you did killed it. So they don't appear to have a lot of hit points.
All right. Well, then second attack is a 15.
A 15 also hits.
And 7 damage.
7 damage kills another one. Whimsy, the hero of the hour, just fully outs a couple of these baddies, and it's Denny's turn.
All right. Seeing as how I'm a little bit a ways,
Mm-hmm.
and absolutely not wanting to become the next Max and get guano all over myself, I'm going to go ahead and use my crossbow.
Get it.
It's going to be a 17.
A 17 hits. Go for it. What's your damage? Getting kind of down on one knee, keeping Droop behind you a bit. Yeah.
That's
Sniper's angle. 6 takes one out. Not even like coming close to hitting anybody. Good job. This, as this vaguely mauve glitter is still kind of falling over your heads like a fresh winter snow, you hear the of a crossbow bolt coming past you, 9, and you see it just slam into one of the Sturges above. Excellent. Denny, any movement or bonus action that you'd like to take?
I am going to save my bardic inspirations for a bit later, I think.
Sure.
But I will try and move behind a little bit of cover just in case these guys try and swoop at me.
You got it. Droopy Boy, and then Max on deck. And Sarah, I'm happy to play Droop for a little bit if you'd like me to.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Droop is knowing, especially hearing Graja's like rage cry. Droop is not going to come running immediately forward to get into the fray. But he's also a curious little guy. And so he's going to run forward and kind of duck himself into this corner and get real low and just kind of wait to see what's going on. I didn't have my Droop character sheet up. I think he does have a cantrip though, so give me just a second here.
I'm in his sheet here. He's got light, he's got mending, word of radiance, guidance. Those are all the cantrips.
Yeah, he might do a word of radiance is like right close. And he's not gonna do light either. No, so he just kind of tucks himself in and sits there. Does he not have a dagger? Have we never equipped him with like a little throwing dagger?
thought he had a tiny
Thought
cross.
he-
I
yeah, I
thought-
thought he had a crossbow.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
he
actually don't think he
does.
had a melee.
He
got the
does
range.
have a crossbow. You're right. Well,
does,
then why
yeah.
doesn't he shoot? Yeah, he's going to shoot.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. I so rarely get to roll. A 12. He gets down real low and kind of looks back to wink at Denny like, see, I can do this too. And you know, he's still just learning, you guys. We're not going to be super upset with him. It does ping off of Nine's armor, and that's not fantastic. But you know, he's learning. It's fine. It's a dark scenario. Mom is upset. You know, it's the difference between like you've been training, and then the first time that you meet the enemy, you get a little bit nervous. Anybody can understand that. Yeah, exactly. Sean nailed that one. Just shaking away is exactly what happened. And that'll be the end of his turn. Max.
Max is startled and does not like getting bat anything on their clothes. So they play a power chord and cast Toll the Dead on the one closest to me, which I think is like right above my
Yes,
head.
there's one that's like swooping right down for you.
All right, so they must make a Constitution saving throw.
That's not gonna go well.
Or sorry, Wisdom saving throw. My apologies.
It's gonna go even less.
Even worse. Yes.
13.
You know. Oh no, that was a fail. Thank God.
Hey, I rolled high, but they have a negative to
no.
wisdom. So
I mean, oh yay! So that is a what? Oh no, I closed it. That is 6 damage.
6 damage takes it right out. It still falls on you, but at this point, it's not so much flying towards you as just falling and landing on you. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It looks like that means there's nothing within, because I was aiming for the one closest to me,
And-
so that guy.
And the top, like the ceiling of this cavern is like 30 feet up. So I know that they look really close to you on the map, but that's because we're not seeing, you know, this distance. They are, you can move without engaging attack of opportunity.
I do that.
Yeah.
I hide from the bats.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Yeah. Okay. Love that. It is the turn of the Sturges. Sarah just typed in our chat that she looked up a picture of a sturge and they're horrifying. Yeah, that's true. If you haven't gotten the chance to go look at a sturge, you should absolutely do so. Okay, let's see.
Scary stuff.
Yeah. We have 4 that are left alive. Most of them are gonna go for between Graja and 9, but one of them's gonna head for Whimsy. So let's roll and see what we get. Okay, so we have 4 sitting there. I rolled both a natural 20 and a natural 1, and an 11 and a 6. Okay, so sorry. Graja, one of them absolutely gets you. Whimsy, a 16.
16 does hit.
And 9 and 11.
Negative.
This one Sturge comes down for 9. It's the first one to hit. And you guys hear its soft cartilage, proboscis-like nose crunch against 9's shield, cap shield. That's not a good, it doesn't sound good. It's like when somebody's nose get, you know, like it's not a good, or this piercing right here, it's that sound. Ugh, it's not a good sound. I don't like that. And 2 swoop down. One of them, as 9 brings up his sword, his shield, and cap blocks the one, it goes off course, kind of rearing back, knocking one of them that was trying to get to Graja, and they both kind of, are fluttering in the air, trying to rebalance themselves. One, though, does attach on to Graja right in the neck. Like, it is just hummingbird hovering over Graja's neck. And then one gets to Whimsy, like right in the... Whimsy's got their hands up to fight, and it attaches like right here, right under the armpit.
And these are just like bites, or like, what is the nature of the attack that they're doing?
They're not bites, because a bite would mean that they bite down and then let go. They release. These are attaching to you. So there is some piercing damage that comes along with that. Whimsy, that is 5 points of piercing damage. Graja, that is 4 but half, so 2 points of piercing damage that happens as these sturges sit on you there. Perfect. And now, 9. Now it is your turn. So you have 2 kind of fluttering in front of you, and one that you can see attached to Graja, and one that if you looked behind you, you would see it attached to Whimsy.
Okay, so they are down to our level now. Okay. Yeah, we're just breaking out the moon touch and swinging at the 2 that's right by
That's in front of you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, please, dice, don't do it.
This, Max, for not the first time, because 9 and Graja spend a lot of time in training. Not the first time you see this moon touch sword come out. It glows nicely in the darkness of the cavern.
Oh, are we within our 5 feet?
You are, but you're not fighting the same enemy right now.
Okay. Well, the first one's going to be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
That's 8 damage.
8 damage kills it. Absolutely just slays it. Yeah. You slice off its nose and it falls to the ground bleeding. Spaghetti Western style. Like somebody's holding a ketchup bottle. Just...
Second one's a 25 to hit.
25 miss it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that hits. I got him there for a second. There was a split second. This is the Mother Sturge.
And that's 8 damage.
8 damage also kills it. It's not like they do a lot. They don't have a lot. They're just bats. Fantastic. You strike with your moon touch blade, and then the second one, was that your cap shield, or you're about to do your cap shield?
No,
that's your 2 attacks.
Yeah, that's
boom,
my 2
boom.
attacks, and I'm about to use my 2 whipping fire.
Carving them up like a country buffet, just like letting it.
And I'm gonna run up
slices
right next to Graja, and I'm gonna attack the one that's stuck on her with the shield.
Okay. Absolutely. You've been learning like carving head slices, like Graja's been teaching this technique that she's perfected. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is this one at advantage because it's actually in her neck?
It is at advantage because it's in her neck.
That's a 25 to hit.
A 25 does hit.
And it's taken 4 bludgeoning.
4 kills it.
Hey.
Excuse me.
It's like swatting these things like they're bugs and you've got a fly swatter just...
I mean, I think also we don't want to lose sight of the fact that you are all fairly powerful also at this point, right? You guys, like, level 5 is more than most people get to in their lifetimes, right? Most people live and die as kind of level 0, right? The fact that you guys are at a level 5, you're well known in your very local area. The community knows that they can depend on you. Like, that's saying
heroes,
something.
baby.
Yeah. That's very much the vibe. So we love that. Graja, coming back up to the top, you are angry. There is still as Nine's cap shield comes up, decapitates the bug. So the sticker is still in you, but the bat is down on the floor.
Okay. Ew, first of all. Does that cost me anything, the action economy, to like remove this thing
No.
from my neck?
I mean,
Okay.
maybe it's a bonus action.
Okay,
it's the
it's a bonus
same as
action.
like,
That's fine.
taking a swig of a potion. Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Okay, so as a bonus action, I remove this thing and I just like chuck it all the way across so it hits a wall or something.
Absolutely, you do.
And then what I am going to do with this. Oh, so we have one here and then one that is in Whimsy's armpit.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, I think Graja, even through the rage, is able to like reason that like these things seem to be falling fairly easily once they're hit.
Mhm.
So, for this one here, I'm going to actually just throw a hand axe.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll to hit here because it's in my
Yeah.
range.
Yeah.
That's a 23.
23 very cleanly hits this thing. Yeah.
Oh, love it. Love to see it. And then 1d6 plus. So that's 9 damage.
9 damage. So yeah, you very cleanly kill the one that was on Whimsy, slicing through its body, and it is just like cleaved in half, bisected, up to just about the point where it very narrowly misses Whimsy, but like at a 23 attack, you knew what you were doing. You knew exactly how much force to put behind that. You're a precision golf pro. You know what I'm saying? And
This golf.
and it is this thing is bisected, still hanging off of Whimsy, but the hand axe is still in there. Like, it maintains enough friction that it is still there, Whimsy, that you can see it.
Question.
Yeah.
I know I've already used an action and a bonus action. Is there any way I could like make a perception check to see if I hear more like activity in these open spaces right here? Like,
I will let you make a perception check. However, because you're raging, like the nature of rage is that it's all you're thinking of. And so this perception check is going to be at disadvantage.
Sure, that totally makes sense. Okay, so we'll see what happens here. Okay. Oh yeah, I don't have anything to... it's a 9.
A 9. You hear the blood pounding in your ears. You're looking as you turn around to throw this at Whimsy. Your head just kind of moves slightly to the side, and you see Droop with his crossbow in hand, very much not hiding from danger. That's going to be a conversation point for later. It's kind of, it's echoey in here. There is still one fluttering around. All of this is happening very quickly. There's not a lot else that you're hearing.
Yep, makes sense.
Okay. Whimsy, one is hanging off of you. There's another one that's kind of swooping down to get close to in your range here in a minute.
Whimsy's definitely going to scream and slap at the one that's attached to him.
Comes out bonus action,
the
no
dead
problem.
pieces of one.
Yep.
And then he's also going to fire an Eldritch Blast
Go for it.
at the one that's coming down. So it's slow motion. Again, I like to think my slow motion dice build suspense.
They do. Absolutely, they do. As you hear Graja, your hand axe clatters to the floor. So you got to remember to pick that up. And it, you know, it's a little bit of a mess. You're probably going to want to get like a Band-Aid, maybe some kind of vaccinations when you're back in Coneyberry.
Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does a 13 hit. That's a 13 does not hit, unfortunately. You are so squicked out by this whole situation that you go to shoot. Yeah. And instead of like holding until the end to release your Eldritch Blast, you release it early. Now, importantly, it does make the cave prettier as just a spray of mauve glitter paints the wall. But unfortunately, it doesn't hit the batty boy there.
So was slapping at that one a bonus action or an action?
A bonus action to pull that thing out.
I do still have my second attack to try again.
Go for it. Now a little bit more focused. It's now actually my headcanon that Eldritch Blast for Whimsy is finger guns.
Oh yeah.
Just a lot of like chaotic bisexual energy there.
I was about to say that's very bisexual.
Yeah. Very, very finger guns there.
That hits even less.
Your fingers.
That hits even less. You know, this is gross. This is not what you signed up for. You don't like being the one that's attacked. Bats are Sturges are about the most anti-Feywild thing that you can get. And this is not sparking joy. You're not appreciating this part of this process. Denny, you see Whimsy there, clearly squicked out. What are you doing? Yeah, nearly in tears.
Poor Whimsy. Okay, I'm gonna. You said that no. How many of the Sturges are left?
One. Uno mas.
One. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fire my crossbow at that ass.
Okay. And it's easy-ish to see because Whimsy has painted. Did you roll a natural 20?
I did.
Aww.
A little waste, but still.
You know what? It's fine, actually. You go and line it up. Whimsy has painted all the way around it, essentially, like a gigantic target. So you know right where you're aiming. That is, maybe there's something there. Maybe you guys can like workshop something later when there's less bat-skeetos around. Like that might be a thing. And you just line up this shot, crossbow bolting right through its sucker nose thing, all the way through it. You, who's close by? 9, Graja, Whimsy, Max. You all hear it go through the soft tissue, the cartilage, and then impact into some bone, like in the, brain skullish area of this thing. And it drops to the floor hard, maybe harder. Look, Graja 9, you're very professional. You're very good at what you do. Denny just owned this kill. There's a healthy amount of respect that can be felt for the precision with which this kill just happened.
It was very Robin Hood. I got it right down the snout.
Very much.
I imagine it's like a full circle moment for Graja. Like back in the first season, Denny had some moment where it's like, am I attracted to this? I think Graja is experiencing that now, watching Denny do this. Like, it's just a full, like, we've come the whole way around.
Denny takes the crossbow and just kind of goes, Yeah.
Denny like winks at you from afar, and Graj is like, I hope this doesn't
Huge
awaken
blush.
something within me. Yeah. Graj is feeling it. Graj is feeling the cave mojo for sure. That's what's going on. We love that. And with that, we're out of combat. The halls fall quiet. Your heartbeat is all still strong. Droop climbs out of his little space and walks over and immediately like starts poking at the one that was hanging off of Whimsy and starts trying to like fold it back together to see what it looked like. He's very curious. He's a good learner. What are you all
He
doing?
definitely kicks the one that was attacking him on principle.
Fair enough.
Definitely like curb stomps that. He was not a fan.
Yeah, fair enough.
Graja retrieves her hand axe.
Great.
And I think like walks back past Whimsy to be next to Droop and kind of like look down at him and be like, "Are you okay back here?"
Yep. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the map. Farah, did I miss Max's whole turn in that combat?
No,
I was underneath
They
Droop.
had Toll of the Dead or whatever that was.
Oh,
called.
that's right. Okay, good. I
Yeah.
was like, what? I hope that I did not do that.
Dead and then ran away.
That's right. I'm with you now. I remember. Droop looks up at you and he's like, that was really cool. You did so good.
I just. You should probably just hide.
Yeah, but like, it's fine. Like, I knew that it was going to be okay.
Yeah,
Because you're so good at protecting me. It was fine.
yeah, just keep your eyes open as we continue down, because we don't know what's going to be in here, and those things were little and easy to kill, but we don't know what's up ahead, so eyes open.
I can go
attention
look.
at all times.
I can go look if you want me to. I can go look.
Not this time.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think Raj is very like conflicted in this moment. I guess I will say I did like drop my rage and everything, so
Right.
that's all done. Because she sees that like he wants to be so actively involved and that he has grown and learned since we originally picked him up.
Right.
And I think she's like has this glaring like klaxon in her head that's like, don't be like your mom. Don't be like your mom. Don't just be like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. You just have to stay back. And so I think she's really just like conflicted about her wanting to keep Drew really safe because she does feel like his parent completely at this point, but also not wanting to make the same mistakes that were made with her.
Yeah. I love that inner conflict with her because she does have such a complex relationship with her mom and she's trying to make better choices. Look, breaking those generational traumas, breaking those generational cycles. It's a theme for us. We love that. 9, the cave has fallen silent, and you are a human. And the other thing that you notice is near the edge of this cave, things start to get very dark. You are reaching the end of where, I think somebody had lights up last time. Max had lights up. Just being aware of like where those lights are to make sure that the lonely human amongst you. I think even Droop has dark vision. It's really just 9 that's at a disadvantage here.
I don't.
Oh, you don't either. Right, of course, human.
So I'm keeping them with me.
Yes. Okay. So you like have them kind of always hovering around, a little like entourage of lights, I'm here for that. Fantastic.
Stage
I think
lighting
9
at all
pulls out
times.
pulls out, he has his moon touch sword out,
Right.
keeping like his little dim light out for him.
Right.
And he's just going to go up to that intersection just to
Yep.
see if he can perceive anything in which direction he needs to go.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. Let me So looking north, there is another corridor that you can see branches again, but at the end of the corridor, there is a door to something. Looking south, there is another, again, branching corridor. You guys are seeming to find yourself in this maze-like structure. It looks like the end of this corridor is blocked off by some kind of rubble. And then kind of looking over towards the east, you can see that this corridor extends further than your vision will allow you to see. And give me a perception check looking down that one there. 9.
An 11.
An 11. It gets very dark very quickly, and you're aware that this is something that you're gonna have to just your training, your soldier training kicks in. You're used to fighting at night. That's not a problem. This is not just night. This is cavern style darkness. And for a moment, your mind drifts back to the last time that you were in cavern style darkness, the night that Jart died, and how that played out. And there is this. I mean, I imagine, Sean, please correct me if I'm wrong, there is this protectiveness that falls like that 9 is like, oh no, this could go not good, and I need to be with my family.
Yeah, he sits there and looks at the tunnels, and he kind of takes a breath, just trying to collect himself. And he looks back at the party and just, shall we proceed?
Of course.
Yeah, we should keep going. Oh,
And Graja moves up by 9. She says to everybody,
oh, you guys remember the big, like, the giants that we fought on the road, right?
Yes.
Right. So I do speak giant, so I did listen in a little bit, and I was making sure I was getting the translation and everything correct. But what they said was that they were saying that the spider had a big problem and that he needed their strength. They were on the way to give him some help or something like that. And to deal with whatever problem that he had, so they can get some of the money and magic weapons afterward.
So is he not here?
I don't know. He's wherever the giants were headed at the time, I guess. Which could be this
That could
way.
be.
Yeah, we
that
did
could
meet them
be
on the road
good.
too here, so
Whimsy
Yeah.
sort of side-eyes Farah, because Whimsy has some strong opinions as to who her pen pal might be. So he side-eyes Farah a little bit.
That could
Yeah.
be a
Well,
good
black
thing.
spider, you say. Cool.
Cool.
Maybe he hasn't gotten to the forge yet. We might still have time.
Yeah. Well, and now they can't come to help him, right? Because we crushed them.
He gets us instead.
All right, let's keep going.
All right. So, which Max? Sorry, you've got those lights up. I can reveal this area for you also.
Yeah, so the spell only lasts a minute technically. So Max is just constantly playing oh God, what's that song called? I See the Light.
Start the fire.
No, just a very pretty version of I See the Light. Just very quietly.
I love that song so much.
It's so pretty.
It's such a that whole scene is so gorgeous. On the boat and the lantern, Rapunzel, you guys, Tangled.
And that is what, yes, and that's what you're seeing. You just have these like
beautiful
magical lanterns all over this cavern right
beautiful.
now.
Such a great movie. Okay. And up this corridor that you're in is another it's another winding maze that you guys are finding here. Yeah.
Do we see any additional artistic depictions on the walls as we proceed?
No, this cavern very specifically had some. There are still, bodies and skeleton armor still under your feet as you're in this area.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yeah. Which direction? Who's leading? Which direction? What's our marching order?
I think I would go up that north corridor to see if I could see what's at that intersection.
Okay.
I will come behind with 9 so that they're not in the dark.
Okay.
And then I think I'm going to go south.
Okay.
To this little intersection to see in there.
So
Are the ceilings in this cavern?
in the cavern itself, they're about 30 feet tall. In the more, hewn areas, they're kind of, the taller amongst you will feel a little bit crowded. They're maybe maxing out at 7 feet. This place clearly, those of you who have any kind of like stone lore or have spent a lot of time amongst dwarves can see that dwarves have cut these areas out. But also the craftsmanship at the higher level gets just slightly less. Drawers take a lot of pride in their work, but it's definitely a situation of like they have had to extend whatever tool they use to cut this area out to make extra height for people who are not dwarves. And kind of thinking back to what you all know about the lore of this place, this was a place where if it is indeed the Forge of Spells that you're heading towards, it was a place where dwarves and elves and humans, halflings, gnomes first started to come together to create a pact and some peace and some stability for the region. So, it's clear that the dwarves were going, literally above and beyond to try and make the others feel comfortable in these spaces as well. And so looking north, going a little bit north, 9, you see that the door is in fact closed and that there is more branches of hallways. Some of them, like the one off to kind of the far left, end in rubble. They don't really go anywhere. But others, they do seem to branch even further. Graja, looking down at the bottom, there are two doors on either side of the southernmost branching.
I would just like to make like a preliminary investigation of the doors. I know I don't have like a detect trap snare spell, but can I like still kind of like just look at it in my layman's way to see if it might be trapped?
Magic.
I don't want to necessarily deploy that just yet.
Is it a cantrip or is it a spell?
No, it's a spell.
Yeah, see, I don't know that that's worth that yet. So, yeah, I just want to investigate the doors.
you go up and tell me, how do you investigate? Are you like jiggling the door? Are you looking for something? What is it that you're looking for?
Right. So I think first I'm looking like what is the door made out of and what is like the handle or the opening mechanism.
These doors are old wood. They look like they have, they're not being weathered by kind of natural weather patterns or the sun or anything. So they still look like they're fairly sturdy. The hinges are rusted over time. They do have, let's see, the one to your left does not have a lock on it. The one to the right does have a lock on it.
Okay. I would like to try to pick the lock.
Okay, do you have lock picking tools?
Oh, you have to have those tools.
I mean,
That's
you
right.
can jam a dagger in there, but
no, I don't have that. I just realized I'm like, oh, I can just sleight of hand it, but no, you have to have the actual like shit that you
Okay,
need.
so while Graja is rooting around in her bag trying to find a lockpicking kit that she doesn't have, Denny's gonna go over and just try and open the door.
Okay. Denny, you go and you turn the door handle. It's locked.
In that case, I shall cast Knock.
You're going to cast a spell.
Yep.
Okay. What does knock do?
Knock opens doors or opens locks.
And what does this spell look like for you?
I think it's going to be a lot of like powering up Dragon Ball Z style. Like there's just like a lot of lights and it's just like very intense. And then Denny does the secret knock.
Yeah.
And then the door just unlocks.
It does unlock and opens slightly. Not a whole lot. What would be great is if my reveal tool was working right now. This room is a room. This chamber was once an office or a storeroom of some kind. There is a large stone counter that bisects the room. It's set with 3 dusty balances. These scales are made of iron. There are cubby holes that are carved into the north wall, and they're stuffed with dusty paper scraps. And there are several very long dead corpses, small, a couple of them that are very small, almost droop sized, and a couple that are much, much larger, sprawled across the floor.
What do you see in there, Denny?
Denny's going to take out his rapier, just have it ready.
Yeah.
And just kind of like open the door a little bit more to let some light in. Looks like there's some papers for you, Whimsy, but also some bodies. So everybody should probably be alert. Also, not it. I don't want to go first. Somebody else do it.
Whimsy will go in and start like grabbing handfuls of papers off the shelf, sort of browsing through them, giving them a once over, just checking what language they're in mostly.
Yeah, what languages do you speak?
Calculating if he needs a translator.
Yeah. What languages do you speak?
Whimsy speaks Common, Infernal, and Sylvan.
These are not in any of those languages. They do appear to be some kind of numbering system, and then some kind of text, and then some other kind of numbering system.
Yeah. Once he realizes he can't read them as he goes, he just starts like brushing them into the portable hole, sort of shakes it out, throws it on top of some of the bodies, and starts sweeping books and papers in.
In your inventory, you can put in there so that I can remember what it is later on. You can title them papers from storeroom, papers from cave storeroom, and then I'll be able to remember what those are. because in 50 episodes, when you're like, hey, what are on these papers? And I'm like, I don't know. I need it to, I need some kind of cue. The hint for all DMs, be specific in what you tell people. Don't just say add it to your inventory. Tell them what they're adding to their inventory. There's my DM top tip for everybody. Graja, you are next to the door that is not locked.
Yeah, I open it and I go in.
Do you?
Okay, maybe I open it and look inside.
No, you already
first.
said it. No take backsies.
All right, whatever. Okay, fine.
You open it and splintered stone benches and just heaps of rubble form this like partially collapsed ceiling, fill this room. Amid the ruined stone bunks and toppled weapon racks are the bones of lots of dwarves, and you recognize the other group here. These are orcs.
Okay. And I think Graja takes this all in and probably says to herself, like, maybe, I don't know that anyone would be able to hear, or maybe Denny if he was listening in, but she's like,
There's so many dead here. This is not good.
and you know, I think her eyes like lingering on the remains of the orcs there and wondering, like, just trying to put the pieces together of all these things she's thinking. You know, she thinks about the orcs that were turned into undead and all these other instances. Can I like make an investigation check to like look through some of the rubble for like anything significant?
Yeah, go ahead, make your investigation check.
Okay.
You take a couple steps forward, looking through, seeing if there's kind of anything that gives any kind of details.
It's a 5.
And you would give it your full and thorough attention if it wasn't for the rattling sound that was starting to happen in this room as a variety of the bones that are scattered here start to knit themselves back together. You have experienced this before in the Trezendar Manor crypts, and you know exactly what is happening in this moment. So, Graja, I'm going to get you to roll initiative.
Sure. Can I also yell out one word?
You can yell out one word. I want to see if you get to go first or if they get to go first. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I did actually get an 18.
That beats what I rolled. Okay.
Okay.
So you can go first.
Okay. So I just yell out, danger!
Okay.
And oh, sweet Lord. I just looked at the map for the first time since you described that. Okay, let's see.
You yell out danger. You hear Droop saying, "Don't worry, I'm coming."
Okay. I don't want to blow all my rages because this is going to be a long like thing. I only get a certain amount, so I'm just kind of
You hear the voice of 9 in the back of your head as he is been slowly working with you towards like stamina and endurance and longer term engagements. And he has kind of taken a mentorship role in your life. You're very good at what you do, but he is a trained battle technician and his words kind of float in your mind and you're staving off the rage for a minute. And with this clear knowledge in your head, there is this fleeting moment of a lesson that 9 taught you, which is it's okay to step away. Like backing out isn't weakness. And this this thought, I want to give you, you're a new player. So for those of you watching, Sarah, we've been playing for over a year, but it's
This is
still
still
kind
my
of new.
first campaign
It's still your
ever.
first
Like,
campaign,
it's
and you're
still,
only
like,
level
yeah.
5 because we have
Yeah, I'm
vamped the
new.
hell out of the other stuff. Let me say that sometimes players fall into a trap where they think because there is a combat there, because there is initiative, it means that they must be in combat. And
Right.
that is a valid option. And if you want to kill everything in this entire dungeon, we'll make the time to do so. However, I want you to just healthy metagaming is knowing that your character would know that there are times where they're overwhelmed, or where there are times, sometimes it's metagaming just to be in combat because there's combat,
Yeah.
Sometimes
And I know that
people would have.
Yeah, and I'm learning that's you don't always have to engage, and sometimes escaping is honestly the best thing. So I am okay, so with that,
and also this experience with Jart, right? When Jart died, this is what happened. You guys got caught in a cavern with a ton of baddies, and you were super unprepared for it, and you were wearing out your spells. So I think it's totally reasonable, especially because you're not in rage state, that Graja has all of this going through her mind.
Absolutely. So I think with all that being said, 9, thinking about the time with Jart and everything, I think she sees all this animation beginning with these remains, and she's like, okay. And she just steps out of the room, and I'm looking in terms of an action. I wonder, is there any loose big ass rocks right here that I can pick up and put in front of the door?
Yeah,
that is what I would like to do.
Give me a strength roll. Just add your strength modifier,
Okay.
and let's
Makes
just see
sense.
how big of a boulder you can grab to put in front of this door.
Okay.
Because it's not a matter of could Graja put something there. Yes, it's a matter of how big is this thing?
Oh my god. Okay, I got an 11.
An 11. Look, that's not bad. You do find something. Now the door opens inward. So putting a rock, and I should have been clear with that. So if that's not what you want to do for your action, the door does open inward, but you could move a rock there. There might be some other way that somebody else could also contribute to sealing things off there. And yeah, you move a fairly decent sized, it's bigger than Droop, sized boulder. You just heave it over there, and get it into place. And
yeah, that is still what I want to do, because even though it opens inward, it's still potentially creating an obstacle for what I assume possibly these enemies don't have great movement or dexterity, so it'll still represent an obstacle in their way.
Yeah.
Would I be able to also just look back at Denny and be and say something a sentence?
Yeah.
Okay, so Graja will look at Denny and say,
We need to block the door better right now.
and I think that will represent my turn then.
Okay. So I'll leave it up. Does anybody, 9 and Max would be a little bit hard for you guys. You're at the clear end of the other cavern, the clear other end of this area. But Whimsy and Denny, is there anything that you could do in this moment that would help Graja out?
So the two twins trying to lift some rocks, that's not really going to work, probably.
There's other things that can be done.
Yeah, I'm looking for other non-rock solutions, I think.
Non-rock solutions. I feel like that's a t-shirt. That's the season 2 t-shirt.
Is there an intact chair in this office-y space?
Give me an investigation check.
That's good. Do the old chair under the doorknob.
Hey.
That is a 16.
Yeah, yes, there is. You do find, here's something interesting about this chair. It's got these spring, completely unnecessary, over-engineered spring legs that make it that probably it could fold. But right now they're locked into chair position. And because of like the metal structure of this chair, it has maintained over the years, a little bit rusty, but it hasn't, degraded over time. So yeah, you do find this sturdy looking metal chair here.
Right. Whimsy drags the chair over and tells Graja to load it, like hooks it under the doorknob, and then tells Graja to stack the rocks on the chair.
Okay. I'm just gonna see, because the door is closed. I don't know that these baddies over here are smart enough to open the door. To open the door once it's been closed.
In fairness, doors are hard.
I mean, their intelligence is 6. You know what I'm saying? So no, that's a no, dog. You can hear them kind of finger, like just bone scraping against the other side of this door. But it does give you time, Graja. You guys do shut this door, manage to get it fully kind of locked away. That's great. You guys, I'm just going to put a little bit of like a red X over this door so that we all know that it's locked. Everybody can see that, right? Yeah, good. Look, I want to shout out this is such a clever way. So many players burst into these, especially because this is the starter module, right? There are so many people that this is the area where they learn they have to conserve spells and energy and stuff. So big props to the players for not just taking on everything.
You were right in there with the assist, okay? I think. I mean, I had the initial thought, but then you're like, hey, like, think about it. So I do appreciate that.
Yeah, no, look, I have... Page for page, this is the best module, and I've run it a lot of times. So we're here to do a service on Vancouver by Night. We're here to help DMs and players figure out alternate ways than just beating the shit out of everything. Totally valid way to play, but there's also other valid ways. That's all I'm saying. 9, you're up there at the top. What are you seeing? What's going on?
I think 9's just gonna go up to that door with his moon touch.
Yeah.
He's just gonna try to make sure there's nothing like trapping this door or anything strange with it. Just do an investigation check on it real quick.
Absolutely. This south door does not have a lock on it. It doesn't appear that there is any kind of like arcane ruins carved on it. It appears to just be a door.
Okay, 9's gonna...
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
As you're just kind of sitting there for a moment in the silence, listening. It's just before things have kicked off with Graja and the skeletons.
Come on. 4.
I'm right behind him.
Yeah, of course, yeah. He's focused on the like, looking at the door itself. You're taking a slightly different tactic. What's your perception check?
15.
15. You can definitely hear something beyond that door. There is some faint kind of crunching and splintering sounds that you're hearing inside there.
As I see 9 approach the door, I'm just going to put a gentle hand on their arm and say, there's something in there. Do you want me to mage hand it open? Maybe give you a fighting chance? Or maybe we just avoid it altogether? Your choice.
Yeah, let's proceed further. If we have to, we'll come back to it.
Wonderful. Also, do remember there were some oozes, and I don't want that lovely armor to get destroyed, so keep a weather eye, yes?
I'll give it my best effort.
And it's about this time where you guys hear Graja go, danger, and then you hear the dragging of a metal chair along the floor, just everybody's ears. There's an involuntary shiver that goes down everybody's body. You can hear the clacking of rocks on top of each other. You guys turn around, and you can see Graja like hefting one more boulder into kind of a dark alcove. And yeah, you guys, for a moment, have a moment of silence. We have maybe 10 more minutes left. If you guys want to go any further, now would be the time.
Yeah, I think 9 would push up to this right corner
Okay.
and see what he could see around this corner with his.
I send my little lanterns ahead for him.
It's a dragon. No, it's just another corridor. It's just a long corridor. It does start to open up near the end, which is kind of interesting. Like you can see, maybe it's just that it's another hallway corridors, but there you can't quite see totally beyond that area.
Yeah, I keep pushing down the hallway and check this corner.
Okay.
Once I hit about here, there's a 120-foot range on dancing lights. So I'll start to send 1 or 2 a little bit farther ahead of us just to see if I can light up that the big cavern at the end.
Denny's gonna follow them as well,
Okay.
but he's also gonna go ahead and just like using some ink he has in his bag, go ahead and write very Walking Dead style on the door. Don't dead open inside. Just so everybody knows. Be on guard.
Yeah, I love that.
You can head out.
You're totally able to do so, and quickly kind of scrawling some notes as you go. Graja and Whimsy, you guys see the rest of them disappear, and Droop go ever the little adventurer go trailing after Denny and disappear around the corner up ahead.
Whimsy sort of shrugs at Graja, ducks back into that room to fold up the portable hole again because he kind of dropped everything to drag the chair over.
Yeah.
Does one last check for any more papers or books, and then he goes off and follows the herd.
Okay.
And Graja will follow behind Whimsy
Okay.
and just be like,
Thanks for the help.
No problem. Let's see. The 9, the eastern wall of this chamber that you're looking into has collapsed into just a mass of rubble. You can see it's just, you can't even see the far end of this room. But to the north, a door stands slightly ajar. There's another room beyond, and the door is open and unlocked. It's slightly ajar.
Okay, so there's a door at the end of the long hallway?
Sorry, no, there is a door in this storeroom here. Yeah.
I think seeing that, Nine's just going to take the path that's already open that he can see down the hallway. And he's going to go to that opening right there and see what he can see.
Guys, just wasting no time. All right, let me move this map a bit.
We got a forge to get to. We can't.
You guys can't be messing around.
but I want to see every room. The video gamer in me is like, we have to look. What if there's a collectible in there?
We can come back.
I mean, what if you guys are missing treasure and valuables and stuff that could help you in your fight? I'm playing
looking
both
for the
ends.
pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I ain't trying to no. Speed run.
Yeah, no worries. There are steep escarpments that create almost stages they divide this cavern into 3 large sections. There are high ledges at either end, these kind of stage areas, and then a lower section in the middle. There are carved stone stairs that lead up to either ledge, and there are 2 large tables, large dining tables in the middle section, along with a pair of very old braziers, gigantic like fire pits. A smaller table does stand on the eastern ledge, and like you guys have been seeing everywhere, the skeletal remains of dozens of long dead warriors. There are bodies of all sizes, small, droop size, dwarf sized, kind of common, like human elf size, bigger orc size, and worryingly even bigger than orcs. Smaller than the giants that you fought, but bigger than the orcs for sure. A couple of those. There is a fierceness of some battle that happened long ago.
I think as soon as Nine sees the bodies, he's going to use his divine sense, detect good and evil, anything affected by the hollow spell, any celestials, fiends, undead, within 60 feet.
Within 60 feet?
Yeah.
As you kind of focus down, holding that symbol of Lathander, pushing out your senses, you do get a little bit of a vibe, but it's not coming from this cavern. The vibe is, let me see if I can get my, you're watching the map? The vibe is very faint because it's behind stone, but it's coming from slightly behind you.
Where we was, okay.
And it startles you for a second because it's like behind you and to the side of you. But feeling out into this cave, not anything that you can feel.
All right. And how far is the party behind me?
That's a good question. And the other question I have, Max, is how far out, like, do you want to ping some areas of the map where your lights might be? Because I might be able to fill more of this area for you.
So, I probably like where the brazier is. It would be my maximum because I don't want to like alert anything that's ahead of us, but just trying to light this room up.
Sure. And your dancing lights shine within like 20, 30 feet? Is there a space?
Let me just confirm for you. Each light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
So, and I have 4 of them.
Okay.
So there's one kind of where we are over here.
Yeah.
There's kind of, it's basically a rectangular room, right? So it's sort of rectangularly.
So there's 4, and linking up. So yeah, this is about the space that you guys can see.
And
yeah, I
guess.
Sorry. Denny, Droop, Whimsy, Graja, you guys are all gonna come right up on the rear. Graja, that little.
Okay. Well,
I wanted to know. This is why I'm asking.
Well, and I think Graja's attitude, especially having successfully logically thought through a situation and not entered into just giant bloody combat, to just, expend her energy. I think she's like, okay, we need every advantage that we can get in this situation, which may end up representing quite a lot of time.
Yeah.
So what was said about this door here?
Not locked.
Nothing was said to you. Nine and Farah did not say anything about that door to you guys.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Did you not?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I thought somebody wrote on that door.
No, it wasn't that door. It was the other door.
There was the other one? Oh, okay.
Okay, I think I'm just like, we're going through the doors. The doors are being opened on this day for Raja. So I want to go through this door.
Sure.
We're at least looking.
Love that for all of us. Split the party. That's never gone bad in the history of D&D.
It's not that bad. We're in the same vicinity. It's
Scooby-Doo in
fine.
it.
We're within one round.
Sure. That's
I
yeah.
know about full dash action now.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, you open this door and you do see something that
Fucker.
hurts your entire soul. There are old stone bunks that line in orderly rows, line the walls of this chamber, and a corroded iron brazier full of old just ash and coal stands in the middle of the room. The bones of about a half dozen dwarves and orcs lie strewn about. There's a theme to this cave. Clad in scraps of armor. There are 3 gray hunched figures that are squatted down amongst the remains, pawing at the scraps and gnawing on the bones.
Hungry boys.
Yeah.
Ghouls, man.
Was
Gross.
worried there was going to be more undead situations.
Close the door back out.
Sorry to interrupt the lunch. See you later.
Yeah, I mean, I see that other door up
Roll
there.
a d20 for me, Graja.
Okay, sure. Come on, give me something
How
good
fast
now.
they rush
Do
you.
they hear you open the door?
I got a 13.
I rolled a 17. These ghouls are
No.
going to attack you.
Motherfucker. All right, well.
They race forward, pawing at you. You are standing just on your side of the door frame, but one of them comes and is going to try to grab the door out of your way to try and reach at you. They're not very strong. It's only a 14. Roll me a strength check, just an opposing strength check to see if you can keep control of the door.
Okay. That is a 16.
Oh, it is reaching for you. It's got one long, nasty, the nail beds are all like bitten away. The foul odor that comes off of this creature, its eyes, like a cat in the nighttime, is just reflecting in the darkness. You can see that this is a creature that is not hampered at all by the darkness. And its razor sharp teeth and jagged claws are swiping out at you. The first one is trying to get the door, but the other 2 are going to give some love taps is what they're going to do. And that is a...
I don't know if how zombies work in D&D. If I get bit, do I turn undead?
These are not zombies.
They're not zombies.
These are not zombies, but they are an undead.
Okay.
9. Just as you're like focused on Lathander, you feel these spirits start to, like, your sense of awareness of undead. They are moving very quickly, like 28 days later, or like World War Z, the one where they're super quick. Yeah, they move real quick. Oh, I don't think either of these are going to hit Graja. A 14 and an 8.
Neither of those hit. Thanks, Ring of Protection.
You're so damn lucky. They're all clawing and scratching at you. And you can go next.
Okay. What I would like to do is I would like to, I guess I need to like know if this is possible. I would like to shut the door, and I do have in my inventory like rope.
Okay.
So is it possible to use the rope to somehow like go around the handle to like make it stay closed.
What are you tying off to?
Yeah, I guess there really isn't like an anchor point of any kind.
Is there
Is
like
it
an
just-
unlit torch or something?
I was about to
hanging
say,
from
is
the
there like
wall?
a sconce?
No, you see that for the majority of the lighting that you have seen in these areas comes from braziers that sit on the ground, not
Yeah, that's what
torches
I was
on the wall.
thinking. Okay.
Is this just one door or is it like a French door situation?
One door.
Okay.
Okay.
Quick, Graja, what are you doing? They're scratching
Okay.
at you.
Ah!
Yeah, I will just I'll scream instead of dangerous, I'm just gonna say enemies.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
nine's already headed that way. He
I'm
senses
going
them
to
moving.
I am going to attack. I'm not going
Yeah.
to raid, but I will attack.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I am going to this one that was like messing with the door.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make an attack with my great axe.
Okay.
And just try to rain hell down on this thing.
Rather than get everybody to roll initiative, we're just going to go in order of who is closest to who is furthest.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, so here, this is to attack. My God. Will a 10 hit?
A 10 doesn't. There are 3 of them in your face, clawing at you, scratching at you. You go to swing your axe over one and narrowly miss getting scraped and scratched by another. You have to kind of pull the swing in order to avoid getting scratched.
Okay. It says I have extra attack. You can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action. So I'm just going to try again.
Try again.
Okay, that's 17.
17 hits, absolutely. The first axe swing you have to pull. The second one it finds its target, cleaving deeply into like the bicep area, trying to remove the arm that is wrestling the door from your grip.
Okay, so the slashing damage then I am just gonna roll here is 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay. You cut deeply into it, but you're not able to fully get that arm off. And you're right there in the midst of it. And you are a bigger half orc that is in this doorway. So I just want everybody else to be aware that like probably 9 and Graja cannot be side by side in this doorway together. Graja, do you want to take any movement? Is my last question for you.
I guess like, because won't if I move, don't they get like attacks of opportunity on me?
They could.
Only if you move
Depending on
out of
where
their
you
way.
move.
If you move further into them, they don't get the attack of opportunity. It's only if
Right.
you try and pull away.
I was thinking moving forward in, not
Right.
Like backing
Only
up.
if you leave their melee range. So you could go in, like, you could go and stand over by, on like the near side of the brazier, but you'd be in there alone.
I guess my thing is like I want to make way because right now there's no way that anyone else can like attack and like I'm already engaged.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna move
might
forward.
be to like push the door into them and like
Yeah.
sort of
And get
charge,
in.
open
Yeah,
the door
no
to try and
problem.
smack
Okay.
them with
You
the
totally
door.
do
I'm
so.
moving here. I'm just moving here, just right,
Okay.
like past the door right now. What is the? I know there's like object interaction.
Yeah.
Is that a bonus or is that a just action?
That's just your movement. I'm just going to let you move into that space.
Well, because I was wondering if I could do something with the brazier.
I think because you've used your action for your attacks, so doing something with the brazier would be on your next turn.
Okay, that's fine. That
Yeah.
totally makes sense. Just wondering. But okay, so that'll be it for me then.
Okay, this is where we'll end leading into next week. Is Graja has entered the fray. The ghouls are what these are. Whimsy, more or less kind of a passing. Whimsy's a smart boy, more or less a passing understanding of different things. This I think is a really good place, and we'll just pick up immediately in combat next week. So fantastic, good game, you guys. Let me go around and get my cast. Thank you also. I saw that we got a raid earlier. I'm sorry I didn't shout you out a hot minute ago. Thank you to the Fablemancers for your raid. We super appreciate that. I'm glad that you guys were here to join us. Let's go around. I'm gonna get my cast to introduce themselves, and then we'll skedaddle until we see you next week. Let's start with Nikki.
Hey everybody, I'm Nikki. I was playing Denny the Tiefling Bard. You can find me here on Sundays, and you can also find me over on the Girls Run These Worlds channel on Saturdays, playing a magical veterinarian in Monster Care Squad. So check that out. Also, I'm on Instagram and TikTok under I'm Poppyfield. Find me over there.
Fantastic, thank you. Farah.
Hello, I've been Farah Sarkaya playing Max the Human Wizbard. You can find me basically everywhere at Farrakaya, as well as over at Crossroom Games, where we just dropped a mid-season finale of a zombie actual play. So if you're into zombies, check it out.
Fantastic. Are you're doing a Morkborg thing?
I did a Morkborg thing on Friday. It was fabulous.
Go.
And hella cool.
If you guys didn't catch it was on Lost Caravan, right?
Yes,
if you guys didn't catch that, go catch the VOD of that. Our friend Fleet is the Morkborg DM. They are just so fucking talented.
Magic.
And Farah just killed it. So go and catch that VOD if you get the chance. Sean.
Hey guys, I'm Sean. Played 9, the Human Padlock. You catch me here on Sundays and Mac and Foolish on most social medias.
Our music was done by Sean. I just like to point that out anytime and every time that I can. Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I play Whimsy the Tiefling Warlock. I don't really do much else with my life, so I do this and a bunch of TikToks as Boulder Dashing, where I am largely just playing various D&D characters of mine. Little videos. It's fun.
And they're so much fun. Definitely go and find that TikTok. Sarah Prime.
Hey, I'm Sarah. I played Graja. I am a creative partner at Martlet Games. You can find me here on Vancouver by Night as part of the Saturday Vampire Takeover in Vancouver by Night Delve into Darkness, where I play Prince of Vancouver, Jude Duncan. I also had to miss a couple of those, but I'm going to be back this upcoming week. And there were some, I guess, really interesting shenanigans, altered timeline type of stuff that I am going to find out in character. So do join us this upcoming Saturday to see that. I'm sure that will be fun. On Martlet Games, I run a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition historical chronicle called London's Bleeding, which takes place in 1918 and 1919 London. We have all of season 1 and the majority of season 2 up on the Martlet Games YouTube. We're taking some time to really create a big blockbuster fun finale. So keep an eye out on the Martlet social media of when the finale will take place. and get caught up on YouTube in the meantime. That's it for me. Thank you. MC Diabetes on social media usually.
Sarah, you'd be so proud. I remembered like so many of your things for the last 2 weeks. I was like
Yeah, you
fledgling
did.
Tremere,
Wow.
creative partner.
And the good Graja voice, yeah, you were killing it.
Man, I was really trying. I got to bring my best for you guys. So yeah, hi everybody. My name is Sarah. I'm SMRAD on pretty much all social medias. You can find me there. Also, if you enjoy my DM style and you'd like to come play at a table, I'm running some games on Start Playing Games. So you can, it's in my link tree. So you can come and find me there. And I would love for you to come play, especially if you like this game. I am running a Lost Mines of Phandelver game. You can follow me there. Come and play a game with me. I'd love that. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll be back next week. We've got a few more weeks in our season. I want to say that in 2 weeks we will not be on the air because I will be at PAX, which I'm super excited for. I'm so stoked. Sarah, are you going to PAX too? Are you really?
Yeah, I secured all of it. Yeah, I did. So I will be there as well.
I'm so excited. It's my second double Sarah Con this year. This is the best of the best. Pew, pew, pew. That's fantastic. That made my whole afternoon. Thanks everybody for joining us. We are going to raid somebody. 5% chance. Next time, buddy. We gotta meet up next time. We are going to raid probably Time Lord's wife is who we normally raid after this, but I could be wrong, and just stick around. Yeah, Time Lord's wife. Look at me. Thanks everybody for joining us. We will see you next week. Bye for now.
Nice.
Yeah, that was fun.
Super fun.
They say they can still hear us.